All right, I'll try to go through most of the fish room if I can. These are the Pingus. Got a few of these, and there's Subaru the snail. There's another one back there. But Pingus are really interesting. Try to get a close-up on one of them. You can see the front half of the body is a metal head, and the body after the metal part is pink, and the tail should be yellowish bronze with a little bit of a hook to it. So these are some more Pingus, and I also have another tank of them, and this is the final tank of them. But this is a line that I imported about 12 years ago from Japan, and they were then being sold as something really weird at the wholesaler called Pink Ladies. And I sold some on Aquabid, so some other people got them, and got them back in the hobby because they were gone for a while. This is a tank of reds, obviously. And I'm starting to get the duckweed out of here. There's a little bit left. I'll be pulling some breeders out of this tank. They're all really nice. There's really the only thing I'll probably look to is, since the color is great on all of them, is I'll probably just go with ones that are have a longer tail and dorsal, the males. Females really doesn't matter on these. They all have a red tail with a saddle. It's red. I really don't get too many extended fin dorsals out of these. And next tank over is the red Mosaic snakeskins that I've been working on. And really don't know what else to call them. And the females have really nice shape, nice fins. The males, I have to work on the shape of the tail. This is one of the nicer males, but the tail is it's actually kind of short. It should be longer, and the bottom part should be filled out more. So you can see it on this one as well. The dorsals are good on the males. They're really good on the females. So I'm getting two different colors with the females. I get some that are just reddish, and other ones that are like a little bit of a brown, like this one. And you know, I'll definitely keep this line going. See how big the males get. I probably will just end up selling from these. I don't really think, like I said before, there's a class in the IFGA for them. They could squeak by with variegated snake skin, maybe. I have to ask about that because it has the snakeskin pattern on the side, but I have like right at the top of the body there, trying to get this one to turn. You can see it's got no pattern in that little half-inch, quarter-inch area, and that's not good. So there's another tank of reds, full reds with the black eyes, and like I said, the color on these is really fantastic. I don't get red all the way up the snout, but it comes pretty close. Definitely, obviously my favorite fish in the fish room probably, since I have like 7 tanks of them. These are the ones that are breeders. You can see the males are a little bit larger. They have perfect conformation pretty much. The dorsal is nice and long. And besides the color being great, it's got a real nice tail on them. So this is, like I said, about how far the red coloration goes. Now I'm supposed to get some albinos out of them, but I've never gotten one yet. So it really doesn't matter as long as the males come out pretty much all the same. Once in a while I'll get a veil tail that I'll have to cull out, but that's really been the only issue. And you can see there, this one's got a little nip out of the back of the tail. The plants in this tank are a thin leaf water sprite. And like I said, they're breeders. This is a tank I'll probably just sell from. They're not quite as good. This one has a little bit of black in the upper part of the tail. This is a young male. And it's another one that's got a little bit of black in it. So this is the final tank of reds. And you're probably sick of reds by now, but what the heck. So all the females in this tank look good. The males look really good. Just noticed a couple of babies back in the back near the filter with the guppy grass. So something I'll have to get them out somehow. I'll move on. Probably sick of the reds. See if I can get these on here. These are the next generation of the extended dorsal long tail females. This is what the males look like. Like I said before, it's from a black Moscow to a all red albino is how it started. There's some babies in there. I think there's one right there. These fish are really brutal on their babies, so I'm gonna have to get them out. And this tank is kind of an extra tank. It's some high fin platies that I got from a local fish store. And in the back are some orange laser cories. There's a few of them. I put the platies in here because the cories weren't coming out anymore. They were just hiding under the Java moss, and I figure if I put the platies in, I'll get them, the lasers, to move around, and so far they are. And this tank is the red grass that I grew outside. The female's got a little bit of a tail color, but not like they should. But these are have a pretty good grass pattern in the tail. Some of my other ones are more like a mosaic now. And these are the Galaxy Guppies. Some people call them Nebula Steel. Had this line for a long time. I get a few gold-bodied ones in here. Trying to find one, but I really don't see any right now, of course. And these are half black reds that I'm fish sitting for my friend Tony Anderson. And they're looking good. They're doing well. They adjusted to my water okay. And anyway, that's a few of those tanks. Here are the axolotls that well, they just look at me until I throw food in the tank. These are good sized ones. They're about 9 inches long. They're only about 8 months old. Got them in late February. So pretty interesting. And another interesting thing is this is a little thing of baby axolotls. They have, you can kind of see the little, let's see, there's a good shot of them. They have the frilly gills starting, but they have no legs yet. See if I can get them to move. And of course they're not moving. They're hard to get on here. They zipped around a little bit. But you can kind of see that they're just starting to look like little mini axolotls. See if I can move this over. There's a bunch of them right there. Definitely cool. I don't know what the hell to do with them, but I'll figure something out. And I'll try to start over here, see how long this phone will last on me. These are ones I haven't figured out what to call yet. They're like a red-blue mosaic metalhead. Really enjoying these. This is a cross I made from my red grass and some unrelated metalheads I had. Definitely nice. You can sort of see the metalhead. They're moody. They color up when they want to. And these are some more Galaxy or Nebula Steel ones. These I separated. This is a gold one, the male, or excuse me, female. And I separated these out because these have a lot of orange and black. I kind of like that, and I try to keep these going in this color. So this one, I don't know what the heck that is. That's just the strangest one I've ever seen. leaving him in there because I want to see what he ends up being, or she. It's obviously got some swallowtail in it. But anyway, that's them. These are the all red albinos I imported from Indonesia. I lost a male, but I do have some babies in there, so the females were hit. And there was some other ones born today, which I really don't see at the moment. They're hiding for their life until I can net them out. But these females are got a nice body shape, real nice coloration on the dorsal and the tail. And for me, albinos are a little slow. There's one of the young babies right there. So see if I can find these guys. These are some of the platinum red mosaic big ear guppies. These are younger ones. I have one larger male in there, which you can kind of see right there. The rest of them are a drop from the mother of this male, and they haven't colored up yet. So this tank I'll skip over because you can't see anything in it. These are also the platinum red mosaic big ear guppies. These were born in the middle of September, so the color isn't quite there yet. But you can see this is going to be a long fin male. It looks like a long fin female. This might be a normal male, but yeah, the long fin males are pretty much can't be used for anything. They just look good. And these are half black AOCs. They're starting to get their coloration. Waiting a little bit longer so I can pull out the nicer ones, and kind of waiting to see how this spotting is going to turn out. But they're a nice fish. And these are more galaxy guppy, nebulous steel things. A few pieces of duckweed at the top there, but these are really nice. They're really interesting. I've had this line for about 10 years and been happy with it. Really kind of prefer the males to get a little bit of a dark color in them. So these are half black blues. Once again, the plants in most of these tanks are the thin leaf water sprite. And next tank, these are full blues that look blue some days. Like this one's looking like yellow and green. They're Moscows, and the two large males are the father of all these fish. I lost the original females. And once they color up pretty decent, I can do a video just separately on them. These are the red-blue metalheads, and got a few of the. This is one of the nicer ones that's showing the metalhead coloration pretty good. That's kind of what the metalheads look like when they are happy and feel like showing their colors. That's my blue one, which I like. These are those half black blue AOCs I was working on. Got a bunch of babies in there. He's one of the original. That's the second generation male, and that's the initial female from all the fish in here. So really satisfied with how these are looking. They're really impressive. A nice dorsal and tail on the males. Yeah, of course, the females in the way. But that's pretty impressive. That's a good sized tail on that. Sorry about the shaky camera. Trying to avoid tripping over a bucket. These are platinum red mosaic big ears. These couple of females that had all these babies, and now there's another batch of babies that were just born probably today. That would be like this one right there. So the male that was in here kicked the bucket. Not sure why, so I'm going to wait a few days before I put another male in there. And these are the original ones with some babies in there. That's the original male. You can see how big the pec fins are. That's a second generation. That's the first batch. And the dorsal should color up pretty soon. And this is one of the nicer females. Long fin. This is one of the snails. The thing's gigantic, but it got all the duckweed out of the tank. This is another one from October. It's platinum red mosaic, big ears. Can't really tell what they are yet because 2 months old, they don't color up yet. These are some of the breeder yellow deltas that I had a video up of last week. They're doing real well. There's no problems with these at all. And these are the cold black Moscows that have the albino female in there somewhere, which don't know where she is. These are another tank of the real nice half black reds of my friend Tony Anderson. Beautiful fish. Really does a great job with these. And these are the Japanese blue firetails. Really only have a couple of females in here, but they've had a bunch of babies over the last 6 weeks. So I got to get some more females in there so I can split these off into another tank. There's some young babies in here too, which just getting dirt. Well, they're in there somewhere. But these are pretty sharp. I bought these from a guy in Florida. Oh, it's the Fish Room Butler. These are the red-blue metalheads, and that's the female with the swallow gene. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of babies in there. These fish are really enjoying themselves in there, and there's quite a few of the next generation growing out. This is another tank of the cross I made of the ones with the females with the large dorsal and long tail. These are the really gigantic ones. I guess they're hiding back here. Let's see if I can get them out. Nah, I don't feel like coming out. You can see one of them right there. I guess if I put some food in, they'd probably show up. Yep, she's reacting to the old finger test. So that's one of them. You can see he's really a huge fish. But anyhow, these are Japanese blue double swords. There's a really fat female in there. It's going to dump a bunch of babies soon. These are ones I've been calling for growing a longer dorsal. So these are kind of what you want if you're going to show them. You get the two long tails that have a clear spot in the center of the tail and a longer dorsal. These are the Russian red lace snakeskins. Really one of my favorite fish in the fish room. They're really beautiful. I see there was some babies in there that one of them just had. The stuff flowed through the waters. I just did water changes on a lot of tanks. So anyway, these have nice dorsals, real nice snakeskin pattern on the body, and long dorsal, long tail, which is just what you want with them. So this is another tank of yellows. These are all the same age, these fish, and they have a real nice steady yellow coloration. They get a good dorsal, and the only thing I have to call out is once in a while I get veil tails. So these are the black lace snakeskins from the cross I made. And these tanks are doing pretty well. There's some more. And where are they at? There they go. That's one of the nicer males. So it's got a real nice full dorsal and a nice long tail, and the coloration is very good. So it's very impressive. These are coming along great. I just have 3 tanks in them. So just trying to perfect them before I start doing something with them. And these are cross I'm working on of it's black deltas and galaxy females. There's a lot of babies in there. You can see some of the babies have black, so it's going to be interesting to see. This is obviously going to be a male. Going to be very interested to see how these turn out. These are a tank of black Moscows. I get some with the longer, females with the longer dorsal, some with the short. And it's another tank of black Moscows. So these are doing excellent. I have no problems with these. Let's see what else we got down here. This is half of an axolotl. The rest of them is hidden somewhere. There's the other ones in there too. These are some cories that breed once in a while. And these are the rams that laid eggs about 2 weeks ago. I don't think the eggs made it. It looks like they mostly fungused. But they may have pulled some of the babies out that didn't hatch and moved them to the back. That's the female. And that's the pretty larger male. So somewhere I think they moved a couple of live babies to the back. But I'll keep testing it out to see. But the other fish down here, getting old. Somewhere in there is another pair of rams. I think they're right there. They're German blue rams. This is the tank has a little bit of weird algae in it, but it's a breeding colony of albino cories. So got to do a water change in there with some cooler water. See if we can get them to breed. Because I don't have that many cories left. I have to get some more. And this was a quarantine tank of a couple of platinum red mosaic big ear guppies. The quarantine worked. They're doing really well. So I'm probably just going to toss a male in there, but I think they're already hit. This is a broken down yellow submarine from the Beatles, and this submarine has had it. But anyway, that's a big part of the fish room. I left out a few tanks that need some water changes. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing a bunch of tanks that you don't have to do any maintenance on. That's all up to me to sit there and do a ton of water changes. I just did about 25 water changes tonight. So that's what a lot of the dirt is in the tanks. Anyway, appreciate you watching. Thanks very much. Any questions, let me know.